Hey guys. Alright. Don't mind me. I'm hot because I just got out of the shower. So, I've just been doing a lot of thinking. I've had, I'd say, yeah, the last almost week has been quite depressing for me, actually. Um, Still working on looking for a job. That's a first and foremost thing. Got some input from my sister on a computer for my work at home job. I'm so hot right now. Sorry, you guys. I'm just dying right now. I might actually try to go back through live ops. I just got to get that computer. Anyway, that's um. Yeah, we've just been trying to rearrange things and just get some things figured out. And anyway, trying to pull myself out of the mental depressive state that I've been in. So, I'm going to go ahead and work on some videos and just try to pour myself into the homesteading here. And I wish I could pour myself into the homestead, but we're not there yet. And I know we'll get there. This whole situation has just got me, but I'm going to try really hard to not let it drag me down really far. So, anyway. So, homesteading videos. YouTube, you guys need to stop unsubscribing people. I know it was you guys. I know people don't randomly just unsubscribe themselves. I just don't see it happening. People people that are into the homesteading are not that petty that I've seen. So, stop unsubscribing people. Put my subscriber back that you took away, because I know you did, because I had 153 and now I have 152. So put my subscriber back. Guys, check your subscriptions. Everyone check their subscriptions, because YouTube is at it again. They're unsubscribing people because they don't like homesteading content. And they will unsubscribe you because of the fact that they can't ban the homesteading videos. So they will unsubscribe you, because YouTube is the one that's petty. Sorry, I sit here and sweat for like a couple hours after I get out of the shower, so. Anyway, rant over. So this video is on maintaining a sourdough starter. And I'll show you that right there. That's what it looks like in the book. So I'm just going to get right into it. I'm not going to have the intro put on this one because it's a real short video, and here we go. Maintaining a sourdough starter. And guys, I cannot try to have one of these right now myself because of this trailer. I cannot do this until we get on the property. Before I get into this, you guys will, if you'll notice under the clock, the painting that's up there, I titled it Strawberry Moon. And that's the painting. I decided to do I've decided to do a painting of a full moon for every single month. Now I'm going to try to make them a little different. I don't want them all to look like that. But every month I'm going to do a full moon painting to portray the color of the moon for that particular month. In July, there's supposed to be one called the buck moon. In August, I think it's the blood moon. I haven't gone beyond that one. One of the months has a blue moon, and I'll have to look it back up. Anyway. Very easily. I hate this stupid thing. Okay. To get an idea of how this actually looks in my kitchen, let me break down my typical feeding and usage practices. Now remember, I've only done this one time, and I had it going pretty good for a while. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but we're going to do it again when we're on the property. So now this can vary considerably depending on the time of year and what is going on with your family. In busy seasons of life, I may only get the starter out of the refrigerator once or twice a week. The one constant is that I don't let the jar have any less than 4 to 5 cups of starter in it, which is always enough for a quick meal. When it is time to feed my starter, I like to start by eyeballing approximately how much sourdough starter I already have in the jar. I feed it at least that much in equal parts of flour and water. For example, if I have about 3 cups of sourdough starter, I will feed it at least 3 cups of water and 3 cups of flour. If I'm running low on starter, I will add more than the minimum requirement of flour and water. It is totally acceptable to feed 4 cups of flour and water to 1 cup of starter, as long as it is mature and thriving. The consistency should be similar to pancake batter. After feeding, I allow it to sit at room temperature for 4 to 12 hours before using it in a recipe. When a sourdough starter is left on the counter at room temperature, the yeast will become active and it will become a bubbly sourdough starter. If I have no plans to use it, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm so hot right now. I'm just dripping sweat, and this is what happens. And I took a cool shower. It's just, that bathroom was so hot. Ugh. Hang on. Okay. I'm just dripping sweat everywhere. Oh, gosh. Blech. Okay. If I have no plans to use it right away, I put it right back in the refrigerator to pause the fermentation process. You can put the refrigerated starter straight into no-wait recipes. For recipes that have no additional leavening agent, like baking powder or baking soda, I like to have a bubbly It's supposed to be active starter, and they spelled it wrong. They spelled active AVCTIVE. Okay. With bread, for example, I don't use the starter straight from the refrigerator. Instead, I feed it flour and water and then add it to the recipe 4 hours later when the starter is revived and bubbly. Maintenance is fairly simple. Like anything living, it requires food and water. Leaving it out on the counter, it will need to be fed equal parts of water and flour every 12 to 24 hours. Warmer homes or frequent baking will require more frequent feeding, around every 12 hours, while colder homes every 24 hours. Okay, see, another reason why I don't want to do that here right now is because of our financial situation. It would honestly be hard to have enough flour around to keep a sourdough starter fed. Sorry, my ear is bugging me. No, gross. I won't use that on. Okay. Storing sourdough starter in the fridge will require feeding around once a week. It can, however, be stored up to 2 months in the fridge without being fed. When we moved into our farmhouse, we were displaced for close to a month while we waited for our hardwood floors to be refinished. The sourdough starter was buried beneath 7 people's possessions in a horse trailer in the driveway. It came out beaten up but not beyond saving. Reviving a sourdough starter that has been stored in the fridge or a horse trailer for a longer period of time is a good idea. This can be done by discarding the bulk of the starter and then feeding it equal parts of flour and water. Allow it to sit at room temperature for 12 hours and feed it again. It may need to be fed 2 to 3 times for 12 hours between each feeding before it becomes active enough to make certain recipes like bread. Some no-wait recipes you may be able to use sooner. Once a rhythm is established, using a sourdough starter becomes second nature. A healthier starter can be passed down for generations. I love thinking about the fact that I started mine when my second daughter was a baby. I looked forward to the day when I will be eating bread in her kitchen from the very same starter. Okay. So Lisa Bass is a mother of 7, homeschooler, and a homesteader on 7 acres in Missouri. She shares from scratch recipes, her Victorian farmhouse, and natural living articles on her blog, farmhouseonboone.com. And that was maintaining a sourdough starter. And that is all for that one. Okay. So, I thought I knew what I was going to say, and then I kind of drew a blank. Sorry, guys. If any of you are new to the channel, we are Faith First Farm and Homestead. We moved down here from Michigan about a year and a half ago. We did have 12.53 acres close to Wilburton here where we live in Oklahoma. However, we decided it would be better for the sake and health of a vehicle for us to change properties and switch to a different one. And it's through the same company, only it's 4 hours away, so we'll have to actually move when we do, which, I mean, I was thinking about keeping this trailer when we moved onto the property if we'd have kept it here in Wilburton. But again, I can't afford the repairs on a vehicle. And those roads up there around the property that we had are horrible. A friend of ours that we met at church that lived just down the road from the property that we had, the frame on their truck just broke along with a fuel line getting cut or ripped or something because of how bad the roads are. So, that's the reason why we switched properties. The property we switched to is 5.41 acres. It's still enough. It's still enough to build up our homestead. However, I would like to, we can get our financial situation straightened out. I would like to get the property that's next to ours, if it's still available, by the time, that I can work it out. Why keeps doing that? Sorry, guys, hang on. Anyway. Anyway. I have not drawn out a diagram of, because I had the other property like all diagrammed out according to the clearing on the property and everything. We have not been out to the new one yet. We were going to try to get out there when Elaine was down here, and there just wasn't enough time. So, but we're going to have to, once we get a vehicle, we're going to have to get out there. I still have to call for the address. Anyway, but I want to draw out a diagram of approximately, what we're going to do with the property. So, anyway, sorry, I'm tired and I've not had a very good week, so my thinking process is kind of weird. Anyway, if you go to our live tab and click on Faith versus Going Live, in that video I go through and explain in more detail what made us decide to move down here from Michigan and why we got into homesteading. And I just go into more detail on those things, and I kind of go into more, into detail on the property, but it was like the 12 acres. I still have to rediagram for the new property, but anyway, just go ahead and feel free to go through our videos and watch our videos, and leave comments. Please leave comments, you guys. I really want to hear from my subscribers. I'm still trying to get things together for our store. I have been doing really well on the recipe book. There's over 100 recipes in it now. And I still have a few more that I want to gather up. I got to get my son to get me the other 2 recipes that I want to get in there. from Michigan. I mean, there's probably more, but I can't really think of exactly what they are, so I'm not gonna like burden him to try to get them. There's a few more off of my Pinterest that I have that I'm gonna put in there. So, I'm really working on trying to pull this together. And when I get the cookbooks done, when I get them sent for and everything, I will let you guys know when they're available. And I'm also working on our website. And I'm going to try to make it to where, like you guys have the link to click from our website to, be able to just click on that particular link for the cookbooks and order the cookbooks. So, anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and get off from here and get this uploaded, and I will be doing more videos. And again, I apologize for the delay in the videos. It's just been a really rough week with having lost my job and everything. So, but I know things will look up, and it's just been a test of my faith and just looking up and just trying to look to God, to help have him so he can just pull me up out of this. And anyway, just pray for me, you guys. Pray for our family, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Check your subscriptions. Always check your subscriptions. Make sure you're still subscribed, and check the notification bell. Make sure you click on the notification bell and click on all, because I really do try to upload quite a bit. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.